Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from simpleprogrammer.com. Let's turn on some lights. See if this is better. Oh, yeah. Well, that's not really better. That's kind of creepy. There we go. How about this? Some dramatic lighting? Maybe? No? Let's just go with the normal. Alexa, turn on the office lights.
Okay.
There we go. That's better. I like that. All right. So today what I thought I would do is I would show you my 23andMe results, which are kind of cool. I did the 23andMe test. I think I'm probably going to join the affiliate program for them. So this will probably actually end up being an advertisement for them. But I don't really care. I don't know. Maybe they won't approve me. Maybe they'll be like watching my video and they'll be like, yeah, no, dude, sorry, you can't promote us. So I don't know. But anyway, I thought I would share it because so many people are always asking about if I'm discriminated against since I'm Latino. Which I'm not. But hey, some of you are wondering, what is John? What kind of genetic beast is John? What makes a John? How do you get biceps like that, right? I mean, that's got to be genetic, right? Like, that's where did you get those guns? So I'm going to show you where I got those guns. I'm going to look at the DNA and see what it reveals. So I have to tell you, this is the 23andMe test. What you do is you basically order this test. I forgot how much it costs. Actually, it says it right there. It's like $199 for the Health plus Ancestry. What are you just going to get the Ancestry? You might as well get the Health one and get all these cool reports. So I did that, and then they sent me something, and I spit into this container, and then I shipped it back, and it took a long time. And then once I did that, then they gave me back these reports. And the interesting thing is I took these reports, and I actually used them on another site, which you can like take this data and you can get more, if you're really into that, and it'll tell you all the kind of like the nasty kind of stuff that they can't put on here because of the liability. But let's check it out here. I'll log in. You can see what you can see. It's pretty basic stuff here, but getting the information is kind of neat. So let's see here. I have new genetic health risk reports. And, are these new? Were they the April 17th? I think I already saw these things, but let's see. Today we will all together learn if I am going to get Alzheimer's. How about that? 0 variants detected. Whew, that was a close one, wasn't it? Whew, I bet you're really nervous for me there. And Alpha 1, okay. We do not have, all right. Whew, I'm making it here. I'm not going to... Let's see, genetic health risk report, thrombophilia. Nope. Okay. In the clear. That's good. Let's see what else we got here. Take our sleep practices survey. No, thank you. Why do we ask about your ethnicity? Because we're racist. I don't know. Why do they ask about that? All right. So let's look. Let's see. What do I got here? So reports. We'll look at all the reports. And, here it comes. Okay. Maternal haplogroup. Look there. I don't know if some of you might be able to impersonate me with this information. I'm not sure. This is kind of interesting. You can see the order of the migrations and where it came from, and about mitochondrial DNA, which is passed on from your mother, if you didn't know that already. So that's kind of cool. So I don't know how like useful this is in telling you, where you came from, or this is kind of interesting. Hey, look, did we all come from Africa? Yes, we all came from Africa. But then look where I ended up. It was this J group. I was like in Southern Europe, in Middle East. So pretty cool, which you'll see more. So I really didn't find too much useful. Like I don't quite understand what this is. 1 in 101 23andMe customers share your haplogroup assignment. Okay. So relatively common. So I'm relatively common. That's sad. Scientific details. Let's see what this says. Okay, so this is where we get into the real crazy stuff here. But again, not really super meaningful to me. But it's scientific. Look at that. That if you got that many scientific references, you are scientific. You should get a stamp that says you're scientific. Okay, let's get into some more interesting stuff here. So, lactose intolerance. Am I likely lactose intolerant? I am likely. I think I am. So they give you, they really have to fill in the details to some degree. I mean, I don't blame them, but like, they got to hey, what is lactose in it? Which is, but because what else can you really say besides, look, yeah, it looks like you're, oh, here we go. This is a nice diagram though. Let's see, dairy, no lactase, bacteria, gas, and diarrhea. There you go. Someone had to make that. Some intern, that was their job for 23andMe. They're like, I need you to make this diagram that shows what happens when you drink milk when you're lactose intolerant. So that's cool. Yep. All right. We could look at the scientific details of this one. I didn't even notice that tab for a while. So it tells you which gene it is. I have 2 copies of the G variant. That's probably bad. and look, it's so sciencey. So many references. All right. Let's go into the next thing here. I could share that if I want to. Alcohol flush reaction. I'm unlikely to have my cheeks turn red when I drink alcohol. At least I think that's what it is. So that's interesting, and it gives you some details on it. Again, scientific details. We're going really in depth here. It tells you which gene it is. I don't know if we really need to do that so much. This one, not so much. Not so sciencey. Look at that. Some of you are thinking I'm dumb, but that's okay. So, caffeine consumption. I'm likely to consume more. Yeah, that's because I'm a coder. That has nothing to do with my genetics. Skipping that one. Deep sleep. I'm more likely to be a deep sleeper. I'm not going to go into the details of some of these because it's, you can read that stuff if you want. Muscle composition, common in elite power athletes. They're just flattering me here, right? I mean, that's what that is. So they talk about which one. So there's uncommon for elite power athletes. What this really means is that I'm not an endurance runner. It's what it mostly means, I believe, right? So, because I have the protein, so I'm not going the distance. They kind of spun it to the positive, right? So, in elite power athletes, not for, I shouldn't be running those half marathons, apparently. See, because it says about endurance athletes, most of elite power athletes have been studied, have genetic variant that allows them to produce. Does this mean that people who don't produce protein are more likely to be endurance athletes? So they don't say, but we could look at the scientific details of this one, and that'll be kind of interesting. So, yeah, and there was something that said how common this was, and I think this is actually pretty common. So I don't think that I don't think I'm Captain America. Like it's, let me see, view all tested markers. I can't remember. I saw something that said that like 33% of people, or I don't know, maybe this is rare, but I don't think so. I think it's pretty common. I think they're just trying to flatter me here and make me feel like I'm a superhuman, even though this is a pretty common genetic variant. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on. Get into some of the interesting stuff here. Ancestry composition. Here we go. 42.2% Middle Eastern. See, there you go. That would not be Latino for you people out there watching and think I'm, but look at this. It's funny it says that, but I'm actually 55.5% European. So what does that mean? That means that I'm highly privileged. I am a privileged white male. Even though I don't look like it, right? I am. It's just because it's in my DNA, right? Because wait a minute, because isn't that how it works? Isn't that how privilege works? Isn't it like we should discriminate against people based on their DNA, right? So I would be a minority if you looked at me, but then because of my DNA, I must be privileged, right? That's how it works. I mean, unless I'm mistaken. So, damn, I better check my privilege. Let's check it. Let's see, where does it come from? So, of my European, this is kind of cool. It tells you which chromosomes or which relate to which ancestry. So you can change the confidence level, and that's kind of interesting. This might be new. They may be changing the stuff. By default, our confidence prediction must be greater than 50% to report it. Oh, I see. So you could like say, hey, if you need to be really, really confident, then that's interesting. If it's 90%, then I would only be 32%. Oh, I see. Because they're not sure. They would unassign some of this stuff. But if they're like 50%, this is kind of kind of bad if it's 50%. I think this is new. I didn't see this before. So that could really affect the results a lot. I think you need to get your parents to do it. I think you can get your parents to do the genetic testing, and then you get more confidence level. So it's but let's go with the 50% speculative, like their default, and see. Maybe we should actually go to 60%. I don't think it makes much of a difference, but let's go at 50%. Okay, so based on the 50%, what am I? I'd be Southern European, mostly Italian, 20%, Balkan, broadly Southern Europe. That's like a big, Southern Italy type of, and then Northwestern European, not much, Eastern European, broadly European. So basically like Southern European, Italian, right? There you go. I think Sicilian is what it, like Balkan region or like Southern European, it came to that. So, and then we've got Middle Eastern and North African. So Middle Eastern, 42.2%. They grouped that together. My father was born in Istanbul, so that would make sense there. And then a little bit of North African. There we go. And hey, I'm African. Look at that. East Asian and Native American. So that's probably like from the Turkish. I think the Turks originally came from like what, the Yakuts or something like that. I might be making that up. Yeah. Oh, there it is. See, Yakut. I didn't even make that up. And that's where that 0.1% comes from. And then some unassigned. So I am curious though, if I make this go to like 60%, what are we looking at here? Then unassigned becomes 6.3%. So they're damn sure that I've got European genes and pretty damn sure that it's Italian. Actually, let's see what's the most sure. What's most sure is that I'm 32% European and that there's some Italian there. and that I'm definitely Middle Eastern and North African to some degree. That's interesting how that works on the confidence level. So there you go. I mean, that's what most of you just wanted to see that. And so you can say what you want about me. So yeah, so you can order a kit for your family member, and then you can really figure this shit out, right? Oh, look at that. See? All right, let's move on here and see. Oh wait, scientific details. I didn't even realize there was a scientific details tab here. So if I look at this, that's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, there was and you can get your raw data. Oceania. Pretty cool. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I have no idea how long you guys will be interested in looking at my stuff. So DNA family, calculating your DNA family. Oh, this is cool. They're adding new stuff, I swear, because last time I looked at this, it wasn't this comprehensive. So I've got no one close to me here. Interesting. My relatives are 58% more likely to be a superstar or a super taster. Damn it. I thought I was gonna be a superstar. Just a super taster. 2 differently sized feet. Less likely. There you go. Okay, that's not really that interesting. Let's go on. We saw, here we go. This is interesting. Genetic weight. Predisposed to weigh more than average. You're predisposed to weigh about 5% more than average. Let's see, for a 36-year-old man who is 6'3", I should be 213 pounds. But you know what? I'm tipping the scales at like 220, sometimes 225. So there you go. Guess they're right. It's probably gonna tell me exactly what I should be. It doesn't even say. It doesn't even tell me what 5% more is. How sad. I should avoid fast food. That's interesting. I wonder what's on the scientific details. So, how we determine your result: genetics, ethnicity, sex, and age. So we calculate your score, summarize your weight disposition, and then that's interesting. Genetics and lifestyle association. So your genetics can influence how much your lifestyle impacts your weight. So that's kind of interesting. So, like, you should avoid fast food real bad. Exercising is good. Limiting red meat, I see. So they kind of figure this out. Managing stress based on self-reported data and a little bit of science. Okay, let's move on. How about, what do we got here? Genetic weight, saturated fat and weight, likely similar weight. So your weight is likely similar on diets in high or low in saturated fat with the same number of total calories. Okay, that's not surprising. Not super interesting either. Then taste and smell, 3 reports here. I can taste the bitter, air to sweet, and asparagus odor detection. I don't think I'm going to go into all the details. So not a very strong, 56% likely that I can taste. So yeah. And then prefer salty or savory snacks. Look at that. Salty, not the sweet. That's 61% true. And I think I would rather have a burger. But I would, a chocolate burger would be good. And then asparagus odor detection. I know that this one's true. I can definitely smell that when you pee asparagus pee. Okay. What else we got here? Late onset Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, which is interesting. My mother actually has Parkinson's. So it's kind of good that I don't have this marker, but that doesn't mean, I don't know. We'll see. But that's good. And then we've got Neanderthal Ancestry, 275 Neanderthal variants. It's less than 55% of 23andMe customers. So I'm less Cro-Magnon than you are. So there we go. And then what else we got here? Paternal haplogroup. I don't know if this is going to tell me anything very interesting. Not really. Someone who's a geneticist should tell me, like, if I'm going to die. Facial features. Here we go. Face, cleft chin, cheek, dimples, unibrow, widow's peak. Okay, that doesn't mean I have these things. It's actually no cleft chin. It's a little bit. If I get really shredded, I'll have, like, if I work on my chin muscles. All right, what else we got here? Cleft chin. Do I have not likely to have cheek dimples? 69% not likely. When I smile real hard, though, I don't know. What do you think? I see some dimple. I don't know. It might just because I smile real hard. Let's see. Little or no unibrow. That's good. I like that. No unibrow. I didn't even have to shave that. And then, am I likely to have a widow's peak? I think that's like Adam's family, like the one kid. I do get my hair done with the lined up. So I'm lined up. I'm not lined up quite as well as normal, but yeah, but definitely no widow's peak. Okay. There we go. Survived all of those, dodged all those bullets. Eyes, 60% likely to be brown. True. And I am 100% likely to have eyes, which I do. Ears, detached earlobes, 60% likely. Oh, you're wrong. I've got attached earlobes. 23andMe is wrong. Okay. What else we got here? Physical characteristics. Body hair. Little upper back hair. That's right. That's because I'm not Neanderthal. I have basically no body hair. Digit ratios. That's not very interesting. And earwax type is not very interesting. I don't think. We're getting too personal here. Physical responses. Photic sneeze. Do I have a photic sneeze? Reflex. It says no, but I swear if I look at the sun, I sneeze. So how about skin? pigmentation or freckles. Here we go. I'm likely to be light beige, but I do live in San Diego, so I'm more in the olive space, or maybe light brown. It depends. I would show you my ass, but I think YouTube will not. I think I'll take a hit in advertising revenue if I show you my ass. But it's white, pretty damn white. Not as white as some of you, but my ass is moderately fair. So I think a lot of I tan real easily though, so that's probably part of it. Little freckling. It'd be funny if I look like Pippi Longstocking though. Okay, we're almost through this, guys. I don't know who's sticking around for this long to watch this, but if you are, that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of creepy actually, that you want to know this much about me, that you are sticking along here. So none of the crap, none of the bad stuff, no variants detected on any of this. At least none of the stuff that, like, I'm guessing if there was something bad, they just don't show you. They're like, oh no, you're okay, you're good. You're good, and you've really got like tuberculosis. I know that's not genetic, but that's a joke. All right, that's it. I think that's pretty much it, right? All that's variant not detected on that stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They add new stuff. They update stuff. So I don't know. It didn't tell me when it was updated, but that's kind of cool. And then they've got some other stuff here, like tools. You can see who your DNA relatives are, so you can find out if you're, you don't want to have sex with close relatives. So you can use 23andMe. You can ask like your partner. You can before you have sex with someone, you can have them take a 23andMe test and spit into that little thing, and then they can ship it off. And then like 4 weeks later, you can go on here and you can check to see if they're a close DNA relative. And if they are, then you do not have sex with them. And if they aren't, then you get a green light. So that's something that you could do with this. And you can find genetic counseling, share and compare, browse the raw data, because some of you geeks out there. And yeah, that's it. That's me. So 23andMe says that I am the Italian stallion and also a Middle Eastern terrorist. That's me, but I'm not Latino. So I'm sorry for those of you that are only watching this channel and following me because you're like, that Latino guy is awesome and he's making it. But yeah, that's it. So that's also, I guess I had to shave my beard because otherwise I'll look like a terrorist. I think I look more like a Mexican drug lord. At least that's what people tell me. So I don't know. This is getting, we're getting a little too crazy here. So, all right, that's it. 23andMe. You can check them out. I'll put a link all over the place, and hopefully they'll approve the affiliate program. Since, yeah, actually, I think they just rejected me. So sad. All right. If you like this video, if you want to stalk me some more, click the subscribe button and you can stalk me. See you later.